Double Chin Please is a cocktail bar that has 2 rooms, 2 different concepts. We were lucky enough to be included as one of the world's best 50 bars. On the busy night, we serve about 600 to 700 cocktails. A lot of our cocktails start off as a food item. There's like 2 to 3 days of preparation behind that.
So our entire team is part of the prep team. So everyone needs to learn how to do everything to make this place run every day. Hi, I'm Faye. I'm the bartender and co-founder of Double Chin Please. So right now is the most important time of the day, which is our prep time. So let me show you what's up. The front bar, we named it Free Range. It's inspired by the classic cartoon. And the back room, we call it the Coop. All the cocktails inspired by a famous dish. Having a 2 different bar, it's really challenging, especially like a 2 different concept on the one level. It's probably the most challenging concept I ever did in my life. Let's go to the kitchen and then we need to start prepping our Thai curry. Here's our kitchen. As you can see, our chef is preparing one of our most popular items, popcorn chicken. And here are the prep wall of all the food items that we have to prep today. Right, so we're currently cooking the drink for the coop. It's called Thai curry. The inspiration for the drink menu that based on the food item is that I think nothing more nostalgia than the food, right? Like your mom cook for you, your grandparents cook for you, something that you grew up with. And then New York is such a diverse city. We have a very diverse team, so we thought that we put a little bit of everybody's culture behind it. That would be a lot of fun. So we have our first pot already boiled. We have some lychee puree inside, some coconut water. This is the green non-alcoholic Thai curry base. I have been a bartender for the past 18 years. My biggest regret is not to work in the kitchen a lot earlier. Put some of the semi-roasted shallot in. I learned this technique kind of from our consultant chef Mark. I always learn some sort of technique that he used in kitchen, and I thought, oh, maybe I can try to use on a drink. How I turn this beef, this pork, this something into a liquid form. We wanted to keep that layering of the flavor and the aroma in the drink, but we wanted to skip some of the texture part. A lot of time we'll use clarification. You know, this one I'm gonna use egg white. The next step, I'm going to put some galanga. You can find galanga in a lot of Thai cuisine. The easiest description is ginger, lemongrass. The most fascinating part I learned about cooking is all the little details actually count so much. How you cut the fruit, how do you like avoid the part that might potentially give you bitterness. You have to make it with your heart, you know, you have to like always taste. Every time even you use the exactly same amount of the ingredients, it could still come out completely different. So we have our pot boiling a little bit. There's bay leaves, cumin, and the coriander seeds as well. The final drink is going to be a little bit savory, slight sweetness for sure, but there will be a hint of spicy because we're gonna add some Thai chili. As you guys know, the Thai chili is very spicy. I think the hardest part for making a drink based on food is that it won't taste exactly like the food, otherwise it really will be very strange. You're not gonna drink a bowl of Thai curry like that and we put like a lot of gin inside. That's honestly disgusting. So you have to find the right balance of make you think about that drink, think about that dish, but we have to make it into a cocktail form. Now this is the macro lime leaf, which I really, really love. It's citrusy, of course, but it smells like a vacation. That's how it smells like. Yeah, and we're gonna put some Thai basil in it as well. I'm going to let this pot set for a little bit. We're gonna come back to do the clarification a little later, and right now it's noon. I have to charge the PD bottle. We are back at the free range bar. So the drinks we're gonna charge with CO2 right now is called Anyone Can Cook, inspired by the movie Ratatouille. So there's zucchini, there's bell pepper in it, and then some sparkling wine, and then we fat wash the vodka with olive oil, and then the olive oil we saute with the garlic before we do the fat wash process, and then mix them together, batch them together, and then leave in the fridge and charge them and leave in the fridge again. So the entire process might take like 2 days in order to make this liquid here. When we wanted to create a fizzy drink, there's a couple different ways. One is you can put all the liquids in the PET bottle and then you charge with CO2, or we can also go through the tap system. First of all, I'm getting all the air out. The reason why we need to get the air out so that there's space for the CO2 goes in. Otherwise, if you don't get the air out, you keep like recharging and it's just gonna explode. Adds the bubble in the drink, so when we pour it out during service, the first sip is gonna be like super fizzy and refreshing. So now that the PET bottles are charged, the Thai curry is probably ready and we have to go back to the kitchen and start our clarification process. Okay, so while we were upstairs, I think my prep team has already helped me strain it out. And we have this egg white set up right here. The next step is that we're going to pour all this egg whites into the pot and we're gonna give it a good stir, good mix. Slowly cooking this egg white so that the egg white will capture all the particles inside. This is the technique that I learned from the chef. So when they have to make the clear amber color, that kind of consomme, or maybe some like different colors, like a vegetable soup. So they would do this technique and then so that the liquid comes out super clear, but still maintain all the vegetable flavors in it. Scoop out the egg white so that there's like one more layer of a filter before we strain it out the entire pot. And here's where I find help. So I have my chef Diego help me. So we kind of all help out each other because we have a cross-training system. The bartender tomorrow can be a host. A day after tomorrow can be a server on the floor. So that's kind of the team effort to make this place running every day. Well, the Thai curry is straining. Now we're just moving to make the fondant for the forbidden donut. All right, so I need to start preparing the strawberry fondant right now. It's a very cute garnish. The first thing that touches your lip that determines, how do you feel about this drink. So we have some strawberry water that already mixed with corn syrup. And these are just very simple, just powdered sugar. We're basically just mixing these two together, kind of like how we work a dough. So basically this is turning into a fondant. It's like kind of like the glaze on the donut. There is also strawberry water in the donut drink. It's a very strawberry forward cocktail. It's one of the drinks that inspired by the classic cartoon. I'm not telling you too much about all the cartoons. Part of drinking at the free range is that you have to, guess what cartoon that is. So we work with everyone, the bartenders, barback, and everybody. So they will go home, they will find this one cartoon, and then we will try to turn that into a drink. I think this is the most fun part.
What's the boring part for you?
Running payroll. On the long run, of course, I will hope that I can reduce a little bit of boring parts. This is the fun part, the sprinkle. Sprinkle. It does take a lot of time to make this. I think every day we make approximately about maybe 35, 40. Sometimes if we run out during service, we'll have like the bar back run real quick to the prep room and maybe just get it done. This one's quite popular. I think the flavor and also because it looks really, really cute. It's not just sugar sweet, a little bit of savory, a little bit of acid. The purpose is to create that fine balance. Should we wait? It's not an earthquake. I think it's
Just New York.
F trend. All right, I'm gonna make maybe 4 or 5 more trays of this for today's service. And I'm gonna move on to my last task for today is the meat washing for the pool. Checking in on Shen's prep. This is the Japanese cold noodle. This one is alcoholic and this is non-alcoholic. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I think having a consistency for all of our cocktail on the menu, it's very, very crucial and very important. However, because a lot of stuff that we make was fresh product, it could be fresh like cucumber, lime, lemon. Every day is gonna be a little different. They will have to learn to train their palate. As long as this drink is up to that standard of balance, and then we should be good to go. My task right now, measuring out the cereal milk for one of our cocktail for the free range is called the Poo. This is one of our top 2 popular drinks. Just pouring this batch of the Poo into the cereal milk, to capture the cereal flavor so that we can do a milk wash. We have already mixed gin and some of the buckwheat honey, pine liqueur. So there's also lemon in this batch, lemon juice in this batch. So the reaction between citrus and the milk makes it coagulate. So you can already see it's curdle a little bit on the top. So a milk washing process will probably be the most efficient clarification technique that you can use. If you strain it out immediately, it will come out clarified. I think that the milk wash or any kind of clarification, it definitely changes the texture. It will be a little more rounded. All the layers are still there. After we clarify, we will put into the cake and we'll charge with CO2. So for utilizing the cake system, it definitely helps us speed a lot because we have, a lot of drink on the menu, but we only have one bartender that's processing the drink for the entire day. For example, for the coupe, for a regular night, we could have 250 to 280 covers, plus the free range. I think overall we can get maybe up to 450 or 500. Yeah, so that's why the efficiency is a very important part for us. Okay, so it's 3:30 right now, and my opening team is coming in right now, so they're gonna set up the front and the back, the entire house, make sure this space is ready for service. In the meantime, this milk wash is straining. I'm just gonna go check out with my team, make sure everything's ready. Good evening.
Good evening.
For the free range reservation, we have 7 tables, 16 covers on the book. For the coupe, we have 16 tables, 56 covers on the book, no large party tonight. Position charts for this week. If you see a little star, that means you are training for a new position for this week. Okay, we ready? Have a good service.
Have a good service.
It's almost 5 and we are about to open the door. I'm not on the floor today, so I'm gonna go to the office to do some admin work. So I'm gonna say goodbye and then I hope you get a good idea of a bar. So come visit us sometimes. Goodbye.